Hey people, it's wonderful again to have this time. Welcome to this wonderful channel where we share about life and God. Last time we shared about whom am I, and we learned that in Him we live, we move, and we have our being. That is in God. This led to the question, why God? Now, in this episode, when you hear about God, what comes to mind? Ponder about that. When you hear about God, what comes to mind? To someone, God does not exist. To another person, God is a father. To another person, God could be something else. In our country, Kenya, our national anthem, the first stanza is, O God of all creation. God exists in our constitution. God exists in our song. So why God? If you study the history and the trends of human being, you'll come to discover that religion has been there for so long. The question why God, it is a lifetime question. And I wish to suppose to us that when you start thinking about God, when you start asking questions about God, that's theology. Theology basically is human attempt to understand God. So therefore, you and I, we are theologians. We are asking ourselves questions about God. You want to know God, either to prove He exists or to prove He does not exist. Either to prove that God is good or to prove that God is bad. Deep within us, we really want to know God. We want to know God. So there is that vacuum in us that asks us, that pushes us to want to know about God. So I'm here to say that we are all theologians. You are a theologian. I am a theologian. I want to find God. And therefore, simply because you want to find God, that's not enough. If we get it right and we live right, that will define who we are. And if we get it wrong and we live long, that's not what it was supposed to be. Therefore, we are products of our theology. We are the products of our theology. Our sound doctrine, our sound teachings about God can be seen in our lives. We are theologians. We are product of our theology. How does that help us understand who we are? In the next episode, we'd want to speak more about why God in part 2. This is why God part 1. And we are trusting God that we are going to get to know more about that.